out of the market, when Bernanke reverses himself? What will it feel like?
Alec, what's the pain going to be like?
They start selling bonds rather than buying bonds rather than selling bonds. Tightening the rates. You will see the interest rate go up. They will say, see, from an outsider, and I know there are political implications to what I say, but what is TARP? How could the government approve an $800 billion program in, what was it, 20 days?
Pretty much.
You know how hard it is to spend money? I mean, it takes years to get the programs to really spend what Congress has approved. I believe if you ask the real questions, we are all great sitting looking at the markets, but I don't believe TARP has been taken care of more than 30% of what a total program is, right?
They spent probably about $300 billion, I think, has been spent.
I think it's, or a little bit more. So what I'm saying is, it takes a lot of government spend, what the Democratic Party did apparently was to take all the programs they had in their political agenda for years and said, let's approve all of this. So suddenly we have housing and colleges and Medicare, whatever, all the programs, social programs, but they have not been able to implement that. So you didn't get the benefit of all that program yet. But what you had was a tremendous influx of money to solve the financial system and to help for monetary demand. But when people no longer need the dollars, when people start saying, okay, I don't want to have dollars anymore, somebody has to absorb them. Otherwise, the response is inflation. And very few people, you probably remember the good Carter years at 16 and 18% inflation. Well, this is what you go into much more rapidly and much higher with the present situation if you don't do very.
Are you telling me that to take the liquidity out, we're going to have to suffer a whole lot more unemployment and inflation?
Well, this is why I mentioned that the politicians will not like to see that request from the central bank or that action from the central bank. I'm only saying that the alternative is even less pleasant. Yes, what I'm saying is that if you want to pay back your debt in decent terms meaning in not 55 years, but perhaps 15 or 20, people here will have to tighten their belts and start saving more. This is that's what the rest of the world does when they have to pay the debt. This is why I said, we never had the benefit of the dollar printing machine, and you do. But then that's the other alternative, to print yourself, inflate out of debt.
Mr. Downs.
I'd be interested in the panel's observations on China, the roles China